Hello everybody, and welcome back to Brett's Allotment Garden. Well, since my last update I've done a fair few things. There's been a lot going on, so this episode is going to be an update on how things have progressed at the allotment. Well, as you just saw, the tadpoles are doing well. I've got this blanket weed starting to clog up the pond, but I'll be dealing with that soon enough. But there's tadpoles galore in there, which is nice. Moving on. We've got lots of blossom on this apple tree. I still don't know whether it's a cooking apple tree or an eating apple tree. It was a donation to me, but fingers crossed I'll find out this year. Last year it blossomed and then some heavy wind blew everything away and it didn't do anything at all. It just put out a few leaves and that was that. Over here in a large bed I was given some celeriac by the site warden badger, and I've planted a couple of rows up here and see how that goes. I like celeriac, but the wife and the kids don't enjoy it so much, but I do, so we'll see how that goes. Also, I erected this leaning bean support. Now it's slanted so the beans can grow up. These are the cobra beans I started, if you remember. So they can grow up at a slant, and the idea is as they grow up in a slant the beans hang down and they're easier to pick. But we'll see how that goes, shall we? At the other end of this bed I have got the butternut squashes in. These are hunter butternut squashes. I've got 6 of them in, and the idea is I'm going to have them training towards where that pallet top is, and now that's where I'm going to be planting the sweet corn. It's the same place I planted it last year, unfortunately, but I didn't quite plant things properly. So they'll be going in there again and have them training through the sweet corn. Fingers crossed. Moving on. Here are the peas out the guttering. It's the first time I've grown them in guttering, and it worked a treat sliding them out. At the moment they're about 8 to 10 inches high. They started growing on, which is good. Here I've got another support, and I'm going to be sowing some more peas direct into the ground there, ready for the next cropping. Under here, just protection, I planted out the Swiss chard. I'm just putting this over tonight because it's the first night outside of the greenhouse, so just give it a bit of extra protection just to help it out. And in here, beetroot. Again, same reason, it's got the cover over just to help it out a bit. At this end of the bed I'm going to be planting some outdoor, what are they called? Outdoor tomatoes. Some man-manned tomatoes out here. I might give it another week before I plant them. I've not grown those, unfortunately. I'm going to be buying those from a farm from around the corner just to do that. In here, this empty bed's going to get some more compost put onto it, and in here there's going to be the leeks and the shallots will be going into here eventually. Right, moving round. Next thing to look at, I've had a bit of a sporadic germination of the parsnips, but they're coming through. I've got another 2 rows sown here. These are the white gem again. And over here is an experiment. Now I've not grown this lettuce, I bought this lettuce from Asda, and this is some of their living lettuce plants. So what I did is I bought it for £1 and then I separated the leaves, the individual plants, and planted them out to see how they go as a cheaper alternative to buying plug plants. See how it works. Carrots. These are the Chantenay Red Core, and they're looking good. Yep, looking good. These are the spring onions. Now these were the red kind of, what is it, Dutch red ones, spring onion types. Some more carrots. So it's 2 rows of carrots again, followed by another 2 rows of the spring onions. Weed in there, don't want you. And I followed that again by sowing today 4 more rows of carrots. I'm determined to get some carrots this year. Every year I grow carrots, and my daughters think it's a great thing that I'm growing them so they can feed them to the horses. But I'm determined to actually eat some this year. The overwintered onions are flying away now. They're doing really well. I'll just get my hand in, you can have a look. They're starting to bulb up a bit. They're not huge, but they're doing well. And as the eagle eye will have noticed, the mare's tail's coming back good and strong. I planted different varieties of the overwintered onions. Some of them were snowball, some were a red variety that for the life of me I still can't remember what they were. And there was another kind of yellowy onion. And all, I say all, but the vast majority of the reds have started poking out seed heads. Now these are heat seated sets. And you're supposed to stop that, but guess not. Now I've been told that what I can do is just snap off that seed head, like so, and discard. And it should go on okay. But I tried that last year and all I got were woody onions. So if anyone's got any ideas what I can do, please leave a comment for me, that'd be grand. Right, looking under here, I planted out the brassicas, or some of the brassicas. I've got some of the hispy cabbage and some of the mammoth broccoli in there. Here I've got the kale. Now I've not put any protection on the kale because last year the pigeons didn't bother with it, and neither did the cabbage white butterfly, so I'm not putting anything on it. In here again I've got some of the hispy cabbage, and I've also got some snowball, oh no, not snowball, cheesy cauliflowers. And under this rudimentary cover I've got 4 what they call sprout plants that were donated to me by Bob, one of the neighbours on the allotment site, which is kind of him. So I don't know what variety they are, but they're growing on really well. Here we've got the leeks. Not the leeks, I tell a lie. These are the garlic that I planted last year as well, and they are flying away as well, doing really, really well. Solent white, I think they are. You know, I did write them all down, but I used pencil on them, one of those lolly sticks, and it's just washed away, so I can't tell you really. Moving on to the spuds, these are the main crops. You can see the Sarpo Miras and Sarpo Axona are in these blue tubs, and they're coming on really well. Really well. And they're moving around to the bit of a building site where I've got a lot of rubbish laying. To the my new potatoes, my first earlies, which were rocket. Yeah, I won't say rocket. So I got 3 tubs of rocket. Or Sharps Express it could be actually. Well, the early potatoes anyway. 3 tubs there, coming on well. And in this tub, do apologise for my local chav neighbours, but I live in a site surrounded by housing estates, and Crewe is renowned for having chavs. Anyway, yeah, these were 3 potatoes that I got with the earlies, so I threw them in as well. See how they're going. They're coming up nicely. I can't remember what they are either. I have to dig the paperwork out. Also, strawberries and tyres. I started to get flowers and little mini fruits in there, which is nice. Rhubarb. Starting, this is the Timperley early, I think it is. Started to come to an end now. But Danny, the nice Polish lady next door, gave me a clump of some of her rhubarb, which is starting to come on well. And over here, I've got the courgette plants. I planted them in these. Originally, they were rubbish bins, and I've just squashed everything down as best I can. Thrown a stack of compost and rotted manure in for these to grow in, and they're doing really well, throwing out new leaves. There's a bit of slug damage on that one, but I'll live with that. Yeah, they're coming on nicely. My goose gogs, you can see there, have flowered, and I've got gooseberries forming, which is nice. Looking forward to them later in the year. See you guys! All the best! That's Danny from next door, she's very nice. Chive doing really well. Cosme are coming through. She's shouting at me in Polish, I don't know what she's saying. Nasturtium, mare's tail, damn it. And here I put in some basil. Just some seedlings of basil. I had a bit of space and I thought, why not throw them in there? In this mess I threw in some bulbs. I've got gladioli and other bulbs in here. They started to come through, but I can't remember what else I put in. But the majority of it is shagging mare's tail, which is annoying me. But yeah, gladioli coming through, and this stuff here, which could be, I don't know, anemones maybe, could be. And we're back to the top again. So let's have a look down the plot. There's not an awful lot going on at home in the greenhouse. I've got tomatoes, peppers, chili peppers, and they're all coming on. I will do a small video there, but I'll do that again later in the week. Yeah, that's about it really. So if you've got any comments, if you've got any ideas about the seed stalks coming up on the red onions, let me know, and see where we can go. But until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.